the smiles at the end. Hello.
I'll be really fast because I know you got to get in, and I got some sound bites already.
Yes.
But my company with my business partner, we're a Latino-owned company. So
Yes.
programs like this and films like this are so important because I feel like it gives people who feel invisible
Yes.
visibility. So thank you for doing this. And what does it mean?
Well, I think that about being invisible is those that don't actually are open minded to realize that it's not about them in this world, and there's a lot more to be seen. And so it's a great time to be alive. Thank you, Drake, for that.
Yeah,
Great time to be alive.
it is a great time.
We're all fighting for each other's visibility. It's about the support and being able to not only fight your battle, but to fight everybody else's as well.
Great. I love you. Thank you
you
so much
too.
for doing that.
Thank you.
Your director. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Postmarked, can you tell us a little bit about what the film is about?
Postmarked is about a boy named Scooter who goes to find his sister, who got kicked out of the house by the dad because she was a transgender.
What was the most special part about doing this film for you?
It was mainly the people. Like, everybody was so nice and they were so down to earth and they just had really great personalities.
So tell us a little bit about the film.
Yeah, so Postmarked is about a young kid named Scooter, starring Jaylin Fletcher, who goes on this fantastical journey to find his sister who's ran away from home, starring Clayton. It also stars Rob Morgan and Loretta Devine. Making this film for me was daunting, being the fact that I am not a woman, I'm not a trans woman, and so from the beginning, me and Angela, the writer, we really want to onboard a consultant. My bad, that was me.
Oh, I thought it was me.
We really want to onboard a consultant who really not only understood the purpose of the story, but drove it further in the best way. And so that happened to be Quay. Quay came on board as our consultant. Not only was she one of our lead actresses, but she also gave us that leverage and the integrity to really forward the story in the way that it was. She was so vulnerable and heartfelt, and honestly, we would not have this film because of her. And so, like, I'm very honored and proud to have even met her, sat down with her. She's fire. She's just a beast. She's fire. So,
I love her.
I did.
I met her and she was like taking crazy pictures at the Day of Five.
Yo,
like, I love you.
She is amazing. Like, she's powerful, and it takes a lot of. It's hard to be powerful in this industry. They don't like a lot of times in this industry being a powerful woman of color. It causes fear in people, and so I don't know. I'm just trying to be like her. She's amazing.
I am so excited about this particular program because I think it's so important because it gives people a chance to be seen who feel unseen, and it's done with that. Like, that's so powerful. When people feel seen, I think it's the most powerful thing you could do.
I agree.
With your art. So thank you for making this.
Thank you.
I'm so excited to see it.
I'm excited.
And you came from a writer's background, you said. So this was your...
Yeah, so I'm actually like fresh into the film world. I moved here 10 months ago.
You're already killing it.
So like my background's in just filmmaking in general, commercial world, editorial. My major was post-production. Taught myself filmmaking. I never saw myself, all the whole story that we've all like seen. And so I'm very much a self-taught director in that way. Taking that post-production editorial background and being able to kind of leverage that in a lot of the directorial styles that I have now has been really important. So it's been cool. And now I'm here. It's been cool. It's been dope. I like trippy stuff. I like visual effects. I'm that nerd. I'm the nerd in the group.
But like
for sure.
people with post, I think make great directors. I know a lot of people that were post because they understand how all that works.
Yeah, like we partnered with, I have to give a big shout out to Method. Method who was a huge and dope visual effects and post-supervision house, really gave their time and consideration and mentorship to me personally on this project through Anna Hashmi. Without them, we wouldn't have had like the amount of visual effects that we would have had in this film. Especially Brian Tooker, our visual effects supervisor. I'm that nerd where I was like, yo, who's my visual effects team on this?
No, I like anytime like I talk to especially I love practical effects. I'm talking to like a practicalist and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna nerd out on you right now. Sorry.
Exactly. Yeah, so this whole opportunity has been amazing, and I'm just excited. Being mentored by Lena and Rishi has been fire. Like, I think for them, they stood their ground for me in so many ways on this program and this story. They gave me the integrity and the respect to not only see myself, but to just be powerful in my decisions. Even if they weren't necessarily agreeing with the decision, they're like, well, this is your decision. Are you going to do this? And so I think it's really important to find mentors like Alina or Risha who are willing to not only give their time to such a important program, but also to make sure that they're leveraging voices in the industry and giving us a seat at the table and building our own table at the same time. So yeah, I'm really empowered and inspired.
And I think it's very lovely to meet you. I'm Jennifer.
Okay, Malik, it's nice to meet you.
So lovely to meet you, Malik. And what film did you write here tonight?
1 out of 30.
Oh, and tell us a little about it.
Well, it takes place on the first day of Ramadan. That's the title. There's a young man. He's trying to fast for the first time with his engaged to this beautiful Muslim girl. He feels like he needs to win this big account for his firm so he can have money for the wedding. He wants to impress her because he feels like her family doesn't completely accept him yet. So it's really just about him learning over the course of the movie that, I mean, if you have love, you kind of have all you need, and everything else kind of fits in where it fits in.
I love that it's a story about love, and also you're doing it within a Muslim family, because more of that needs to be shown.
It's crazy, and even for me, growing up as a Muslim and as a black Muslim, I haven't written from my point of view for so long because, Hollywood has always kind of told me, it's like, who's going to see that? Who cares about that? Who's going to watch that?
And there's so many people. It's so wrong. It's so wrong. It's like there's so many people that want to see that.
And it's one of those like, I have an audience if you give me the chance to tell this story.
Absolutely. That's why I'm so excited about this particular program, because I feel like it gives different groups of people who tend to be invisible to the Hollywood execs visibility. Because there are audiences. There's tons of different people in this country that want to be seen.
Right.
It's important.
It is, and I'm eternally grateful to like the AT&T and for Lena for just like the opportunity, because even I'm far from like the only one. I'm the one here tonight, and I'm very grateful for that. But like, there's so many, So hopefully this is just like a step forward, and hopefully I can open up the door for somebody who comes behind me. Hopefully.
I think you will. What was it like hearing that you guys were going to be one of Lena's mentees?
It's so funny because I did the first interview, and you can kind of tell people like you. So I was like, okay, that was nice. They seem to like me. That was cool. But at the same time, being like, okay, I've been around the block, so what does that really mean? And then then they call and say, no, we've chosen you as one of the 5 writers, and we're going to make your film, and it's unbelievable. Like, that day is unbelievable. The whole process is unbelievable. There was. Maybe I shouldn't say this out loud, but like there's at least a good month where I was just almost in like disbelief. Is like, dude, I'm really here. Like, they're making my Muslim film.
I'm sure, like, you picture, like, is this happening? Is this happening?
Yeah. You walk into the table read, and like Lena Waithe is like right there, giving you notes on your story.
I love your. Let me put this back on just in case my thing is. First of all, I love your outfit and I love your necklace.
Oh my God! Thank you so much. Wow.
I like your whole. I saw you there.
Thank you.
Everything. So, can you tell me a little bit about the film you're here with today?
So I'm with Fragile.com. It's a story about a young woman who is seeking validation, just kind of wants to be told that she's special, and just the consequences of that sort of desperation, which I think is a really universal story. It's something that is so personal to me, something that I was dealing with in high school, and I'm excited to have people experience that story through the lens of a young woman. Yeah.
See, like when I hear like movies like this, I get so excited because I think about growing up as a teen myself and like how hard it was, and I loved films since a kid, but there wasn't always films that kind of resonated with that. So I think when I hear about this, I think it's something that could be so important for so many people.
Yeah, I mean, it's a film that I wish I had when I was in high school, so I knew I wasn't alone.
And that's so important for people today. So you directed the film?
I did direct the film, yeah.
Is this your first, your directorial debut, or have you done others before?
I've done other short films before, but nothing kind of on this level. AT&T is really taking a chance on a lot of us, which has been really great.
And what about Lena? How was being mentored by Lena?
Lena is... you can't even put a number on it. Like, she's just been amazing. She gives us so much practical advice, which is something that you don't often get. Just how to insert yourself into the industry and find your place, and that's something that is so important to hear, and to hear it from somebody of her stature it's been really encouraging.
I'm so excited to see everyone's film because I think you're all so talented. I already know you're going to all be so talented because you got Lena behind you, and it's so important, I think, just to get. I remember being film school, and there was like I had one female professor. I was like, wait, one female professor who's amazing, but that's there was one, yeah, Kelly Richter. But there was one. So this makes my heart so happy.
Me too.
And I can't wait to see it and see what your career brings.
Yeah, thanks.
I already tell like I like it because you have I don't know, I like your vibe. It sounds so creepy, but I'm like, I like your vibe.
Thank you.
It's so lovely to meet you. Congratulations. I'm so excited. It's so perfect for this event.
It is, and that's why I had to wear it.
You have to wear it.
I had to wear it. I like the pins on
Thank you. I got all over the place.
Okay, I dig it.
I like pins.
I actually had some pins today. One of them was a Lena pin. Another one was like a gay peace pin.
God.
I didn't want to mess up my shirt, so I just...
There was someone had the best Lena pin ever. God, who was it?
I had the one with her with the cape.
Yes, where? Get one of those. Let me get one of those.
I love it.
Congratulations for your film, by the way. I'm obsessed with this program. And where were you when you found out that you were accepted?
I was in Montgomery, Alabama, actually. I'm from Mobile, Alabama, which is like a couple of hours south, but I was in Montgomery working on a music video, courtesy of AT&T, for an artist from Montgomery, who was another queer black, a queer woman of color. And so we were doing her music video, and I was on the way to our production house, and I got an email saying, hey, you've been, accepted or selected to do this program. We're finna give you all these things. And I was like, whoa. And I just remember just like going kind of nuts, and my sister looked at me like I was crazy. She's like, why are you screaming? And I was like, yo, like this is crazy. So
tell us a little bit about Spilt Milk.
Spilt Milk is about a single mom who is taking care of her son who's on the spectrum, and she runs into her ex-girlfriend with whom she was supposed to raise the little boy with. And so old wounds are reopened, charred romance, crying, emotions, maybe some other spicy things. You'll have to see.
It sounds incredible. I mean, your cast is great.
My cast is phenomenal. I still don't believe that I got them. I was talking
to... It's amazing work.
Yeah, I mean, Dascha Polanco, Zuri Adele, you know what I'm saying? Like, even my little guy Manny was phenomenal. He's so precious, sweet kid, the sweetest kid ever. Not much of a Lego thrower in real life.
But he played a good.
Yes.
I'm very excited to see this. I'm so glad that there are directors like you giving a voice to not only the queer community, but people of color, because it's far needed. My business partner and I from a Latin background, so it's kind of like dealing with the same kind of thing, and slowly but surely getting through.
Yeah,
we've got to keep working.
Keep on
got to keep on doing. Yes, but I think it's so important because people need to feel seen, and I'm sick of people feeling invisible, and when they're not.
Period. Yeah. I like to say that I like to make things without due cause, because we shouldn't have to explain why we just out here living.
Yeah, it's just living.
It's just living. That's all it is. It's just living.
I adore you, and I'm so excited about this. Thank you for making it. Can't wait to see it, and can't wait to see what else you're going to do beyond this.
A lot more gay shit.
Oh, I'm so behind it. I'm so behind you. No, please, more gay shit. More gay shit. That's so lovely. Congratulations.